وعليكم السلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين. والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. No one signed up for moderation, so I had to pick it up today, inshallah. Next time, our friends will sign up and take over the moderation, inshallah. We have been studying the 10th word, which is about resurrection and the hereafter, and mostly presenting the reason why resurrection should take place, must take place. And the last point we studied that human spirit is just a kind of creation that we can only explain it in terms of divine command with no material cause, and this human spirit is residing in the body, human body, material body. So anything related to human spirit cannot be observed or understood in terms of matter. But body, yes, in terms of matter. That's why the Quran especially mentions about the resurrection concerning body, because body is subject to change and body is subject to die, body is subject to be resurrected. But human spirit, it doesn't change. It is in the form of law. It is not subject to the change, the principle of changing everything at every moment in terms of this creation that we are experiencing here. So we have to understand that resurrection means resurrection of the body, human body, or matter in general, to be recreated in a completely different form. That's why the Quran mentions physical examples of resurrection in terms of animals, in terms of plants, how they are changing, how they are coming into this world. It means how they are created and how they are given death and how they are recreated over and over again. And the purpose to teach the human mind that the one who is creating the universe can resurrect the body. Again, spirit is not subject to resurrection. That is the main structure of the 10th word that we are studying, and we have to bear always in mind this understanding. So we studied up to sixth principle, and the sixth principle reads as, you will also understand that man has not been left to graze at will, with a halter loosely tied around his neck. On the contrary, the forms of all his deeds are recorded and registered, and the results of all his acts are preserved for the day when he shall be called to account. Now, I think this is important here. All the deeds of human beings, his deeds are recorded and registered. Of course, we know this example in two forms. One is in human memory, whatever we did yesterday or some times ago, it may be with us, it may remain in our mind, in the memory. That is how we are created. And also, there will be lots of examples of the seeds, eggs, etc., are the recordings of the previous creation. And out of this means the creator of the universe is creating or creates new things, new trees, new animals, etc. How the creator is demonstrating that if something disappears from the material existence of this world, it doesn't mean that it is because the creator could not preserve their existence. Rather, it means the creator is demonstrating that there is no limit to his act of creation. It means he is introducing himself to mankind, human beings. So I think this is the reason why human beings are created in such a way, animals are, and the plants are created in this way, in order to demonstrate that the things are being recorded. So, why? So, for the day, he shall be called to account. It means that how about the other animals, other plants? Aren't they going to be called to account? First of all, it is not our concern. It is our concern to take care of my responsibility. That is the principle. But it is up to the creator, none of my business, whether he is going to take the animals or plants to account or not. But especially, as far as I'm concerned, I have free will. I am given free will. As a result of this free will, I know I am making decisions, and while I am practicing this quality of mind, which is given to me to make decisions and choose between A and B, or right or wrong, etc. So I am set free here. Of course, if I'm set free here, it means there is a purpose in being set free. Why? There must be something at the end. Otherwise, it will not go for nothing. So that all these demonstrations of recordings and demonstrations of resurrection, recreating over and over again will be pointless, especially demonstrating that the creator's power has no limit because he continuously creates everything in the world over and over again, and there is no break. There is no sign of tiredness. There is no sign of limitedness at all. That is what we learn from the acts that we are observing in this world. So let's come to the seventh principle. But before this, I would like to hear your comments, your questions concerning any subject we have mentioned here today, especially the sixth principle, but not limited to the sixth principle, actually, anything you want to discuss. If not, I will go on to the seventh principle. Okay, seventh principle. Let me go there. Sorry. You will understand further that the distraction visited upon the beautiful creation of summer and spring in the autumn is not for the sake of annihilation. Let me read it from the screen. Instead, it is a form of, I don't know how to read that. So instead, it is a form of dismissal after the completion of service. There's a footnote here, but we will go to the footnote after finishing the whole section. It is also a form of empty in order to clear a space for the new creation that is to come in the following spring, of preparing the ground and making ready for the beings that are to come and assume their attachment. Finally, it is a form of divine warning to continue to conscious beings to awake from the neglect that causes them to forget their duty.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali.
Yeah.
When you were reading, your voice has started to sound a little muffled, like it's further away. Could you try adjusting your Bluetooth?
What about YouTube?
I can hear that you're speaking, but I can't make out what you're saying.
I see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right.
I think it's better now.
It is better now? All right.
Yeah.
I should forget about this stuff. All right. Thank you very much. So, thank you for reminding me. So, shall I read the seventh principle from the beginning? So, if it is not understood.
I think so.
Okay, seventh principle. You will understand further that the distraction visited upon the beautiful creatures of summer and spring in the autumn is not for the sake of annihilation. That's what we should understand. The distraction during the autumn of the previous creation, which is realized or demonstrated during spring and summer, is not for the sake of annihilation. It means completely sending them into non-existence. It is not for this purpose. Okay, instead, the author will explain what is the purpose then. and we will think about it, whether it makes sense for me or not. Instead, it is a form of dismissal after the completion of service. Now, you have done your duty. Okay, you performed your duty. Go away now. I'll take you away. And what will happen now? Something else will come. So let's see how the author explains it. It is also a form of emptying in order to clear a space for the new creation that is to come in the following spring, of preparing the ground and making ready for the beings that are to come and assume their functions. Finally, it is a form of divine warning. Is divine warning to conscious beings to awake from the neglect that causes them to forget their duties, from the drunken torpor that causes them to forget their obligation of offering thanks. Now, first of all, let's do that study on this. It is not for the sake of annihilation. Not for the sake of annihilation. Now, we understand that why there should be annihilated. It means sent into complete non-existence, since they are, or the similar ones are going to be recreated. There must be a wisdom in it. Why the creator, whoever arranges this universe, the order of the universe, first creates something and then takes it away. It is taken away from my side, I mean, human side. But of course, it is very human to ask this question, is it really? That is how I see it, or is it really what is happening? It means, as far as the one who gives existence to this universe is concerned, he cannot stop them or keep them in existence, so they slipped away. Or if the creator is deliberately taking them away from the area as it is explained here, so in order to clear a space, in order to clear a space for the new creation that is to come in the following spring, it means we understand that they are taken away as if demonstration is fulfilled and a new ones are brought into existence. And that's what we see. During autumn, things disappear slowly, as we call them, dying. And in winter, it looks like everything is dead, and all the beautiful creatures demonstrated during spring and summer are taken away, but on the following spring, they are brought again. It means there is a purpose in it. Now, their conscious action is going on here in this world. So we have to think what the purpose can be, because we have been given the ability to think about it. So another purpose, it says, the text says, it is a form of divine warning to conscious beings to awaken from the neglect that causes them to forget their duties. Why? How it happens? Of course, we have to understand that divine warning means the one who creates in this way, especially addressing to me. But as far as I am concerned, these are as far as I am concerned. I don't say the animals don't take notice of it. None of my business, and I don't know. I don't know how they are feeding, and it is none of my business. My business is what my responsibility is in this world. So when I see it, The one who creates is called divine being. So this divine being is warning me to awaken from the neglect that causes me to forget my duty. What do you mean? What do you mean by forgetting my duty? Then awaken me. It means, of course, I know that I haven't disappeared from existence as the spring and summer, all the beings, especially plants and certain animals, disappeared during winter, but I didn't. But I know that my previous existence is continuously disappearing from sight. But my being is kept alive. What does it mean? I am given continuously a new existence, slightly different from the previous one. What is the point there? So as far as human consciousness is concerned, we can easily understand that the one who is operating on my existence is trying to teach me something so that I will take notice of it. What should I take notice of? Now, what is the point? Look, my existence is not static, is not guaranteed that I will really exist forever. I am slowly reminded that, look, you are getting closer and closer to an end, but what is the purpose? Why the Creator has been creating me in such a way that it is telling me something in the way that He creates everything, including myself, continuously changing, taking the things away, and keeping the existence active all the time. I think there must be a purpose. We understand that the one who is doing all this must have an absolute qualities. It means his act of creation, his act of creating, his power, his qualities have no limit. That's what we say. Whoever is creating this universe must have absolute qualities, must be an absolute being. Not like the universe or any part of the universe. It must be so that he is demonstrating an enormous manifestation of his qualities, continuously renewing, changing, but no sign of shortcomings. Always perfect. So it means, to me, it's a warning. I am an absolute being who is creating you and everything else. Don't think that when I send them or take them away from your appearance, it means first presenting them, demonstrating them in an exhibition hall. Every moment is an exhibition place. So the things are exhibited here and taken away. In this way, I am reminded that there is a demonstration going on to remind me that, look, one day I will be taken away from this world, but I will be brought back again as the already existing universe demonstrates that the Creator is not really taking the things away and just forgetting about them. It's keeping their records. For what? Just to demonstrate that He is recreating it, but at the same time preserving it. That will be the subject of the seventh truth. So let's leave it there, so that I should wake up. Look, there must be a reason in the way that the things are created. What can be the reason? That's a good question. I have to say, since everything is preserved, recorded in their seeds, and then they are given real creation, another existence, new creation, I must be also subject to a new creation. For what? I have to think about it. So I shouldn't just say, oh, here I am existing and I have to enjoy my life and forget about the purpose in my existence in this way. Forget about what is going on in the universe, none of my business. I cannot say that. I have to wake up. That is the purpose of the way the things are created in this way. So there is a long, comparatively long footnote. Can I ask somebody for a favor to read the note? Because it is small printing. I am having really problem to adjust my distance between the screen, and also my pronunciation is so good so that you may not really understand it. Okay, can I ask somebody to do that, please?
I can read it.
Please go ahead.
So I'm reading okay. Yes, it is fitting that the fruits, flowers, and leaves on the tips and branches of a tree, proceeding from the treasuries of sustenance provided by divine mercy, should depart when they become old and their duties are at an end. Otherwise, the gate will remain closed to those that come after them, and a barrier will be erected against the expansion of God's mercy and the services to be performed by the brethren, i.e., other members of the species. Moreover, with the passing of youth, they will become wretched and distraught. Spring is like a fruit-bearing tree that in turn is an indication of the plane of resurrection. Similarly, the world of humanity in every age is like a tree inviting contemplation, and the world as a whole is like an amazing tree, the fruits of which are dispatched to the market of the hereafter.
Now, thank you very much, my friend. So I really appreciated your cooperation. So similarly, the world of humanity in every age is like a tree inviting contemplation. Now, in every age, we have to think about it. And the world as a whole is like an amazing tree, the fruits of which are dispatched to the market of the hereafter. Hereafter means, what does it mean, hereafter? There must be another type of creation, like that we are experiencing in this world. Yesterday was a kind of creation. If we look at the matter from the aspect of this hereafter, the concept of hereafter, today is the hereafter of yesterday. What does it mean? Now, the yesterday is taken away, another day is presented today. It is similar, but not exactly the same, which means the one who is creating it continuously recreating the hereafter of every day, every year, every moment, depending on how we can think about the time period. So every day, every year, it is demonstrating again and again that the things are created and they are going to be created again in the next type of creation. So as far as the human beings are created, this wretched human being, what does it mean? Look, I cannot control my life. I'm continuously aging. I cannot stop aging. I enjoy beautiful creation at certain period of my life, but now what happens? I lose them. I'm continuously losing them. What does it mean? I think this is an important point to pay attention to. Do you think, for example, for me now, I am having a problem to see the screen without the glasses, help of glasses. You may not, but I am. And when I put the glasses, I have to take closer to it. It looks so funny. So I didn't know what to do. So, okay, that is my personal problem. So it means that I'm losing my sight. It is reminding me something is taken away from me. For what? Why he the creator has given me all this and now taking it away? It means he's reminding me with his compassion, with his mercy, that I am going to be given another existence for a purpose. So everything is recorded, that the whole universe, the whole earth, the plants and animal beings are really witnessing this in order to be resurrected, to be given another existence. So I am also being recorded of my actions. Everything is recorded, and there will be another creation, act of creation. For what? Of course, we have to think about it. Is it a joke or it is a serious matter? For example, if someone has given you something and then reminding you that it is a temporary thing, okay, you will use it and I will take it away and I can give you again, but be careful while you are using the thing I gave you. If I don't use it properly, what happens? The person who gave this thing to me, for example, simple example, I am given a car to be used for a week, for example, by somebody, just freely. Just take it and use it. If I hit the car here and there, don't take care of it, if I'm not really having the responsibility of this, what's the point? Trust to me for a week. I'm going to use it for a week, and then it will be taken away. Do you think if I don't really properly use the car, this person is going to give me another new car? Or how human beings are really functioning in this matter? Or am I expecting this person that he is not going to give me the car again because I did not properly use it? That is how human beings are given the sense to analyze what is going on in this world. If I abuse, misuse, all the things are given to me and presented in front of my eyes, do you think in another creation I will be given again the same opportunities? Or my mind says, my feelings say, no, the one who gave it to me will not give it to me. So because I misused them. I didn't really respect his generosity, his merciful act. He gave me the car for nothing, for a purpose, so that I am being trained here. Now, I'm very happy again to see my friend Tolo's hand. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So with this analogy of the car, being given a car to use, and like depending on how I use it, will I be given the car again to use another time? I struggle with it a little bit because when I think of the absolute creator, he has so many cars. So him giving me a car, and if I use it well, not using it, or I don't use it well, I don't really see how that should determine whether I'm given another car or not. Because, if I hear that the creator loves me, the creator is giving me all these things every day, I would hope that that creator would also allow me the opportunity to make mistakes. And so if he gives me a car and I don't use it properly, I will still want to get another car. And because I know he can give it, it doesn't, if I think of him from the absolute sense, it doesn't take away from him, from the creator, to give me another car. It's nothing. And so, sure, he gave me a car and I had an accident in the car and I messed it up completely. I will still hope that you will still give me another car because I know that you can do it. And because, from what I understand, from the days in which I'm experiencing the world, quote unquote, that you love me and you give me all these things and you're giving me all these beautiful things that I'm experiencing. And sure, maybe I didn't use it appropriately. And so all of a sudden you're just not going to give it to me anymore. Like that feels very, I don't know, like vindictive is the only word that's coming to my mind.
Thank you, Talo. Thank you. Now, American government is a rich government, isn't it? When you park your car in an illegal manner, they take your car, tow your car away. Why? There is a plenty of places here. It's a very large country, and the population is very small according to the size of the territory. Why do they do that? One, that is one. Another thing is I'm given free will. I'm choosing. Now, for example, if I say, okay, I'm going to kill this man, or there are 3 million people, this the population is, or billions of people. But I killed only one person. No, why this generous American government, or any government really for that matter, punishes me? Why? Or these are human senses, they are given. I have been given the free will. Why do you think I must have, I have been given this free will to choose between right and wrong? I'm a citizen, you are a citizen, okay, of any country, it doesn't matter. And as long as you do right things, you are enjoying your life. As soon as you do something wrong, according to expectations of the administration, you are punished. Why do they punish you? Oh, these are all the reality that human beings are experiencing. So this question, for example, I can direct this question back to you again with another example. Let's assume that you are the richest person in the world. You have billions of cars, okay? You are a nice person. And you give one car to a person freely. He respects it and uses it carefully and appreciates it
and is thankful to you. The other one abuses it, misuses it, is not really being thankful to you. And at the end of this period, certain period, they are taking their cars back, their cars are taken back. And would you treat these two people equally? And would you feel that it is a just treatment just because you have billions of cars with you? Possible. If you treat these two people equally, what do you think human consciousness will say? This man is treating these two people equally. Wow, this man has no sense of justice. This man has no sense of appreciating the ones, rewarding the ones who appreciate his generosity, and reminding those people who didn't appreciate his generosity. What is the point? This is human feeling. Think about it. Okay. Juan and Shahira, please, let's listen to you now. I'm very pleased to hear your voice.
Assalamu alaikum, it's Shahira. I was reflecting on that point as well. And I don't think that not having another car, not being given another car is an act of like the creator being less merciful or compassionate or generous with me. For example, maybe we can perceive not being given another car as an act of compassion because, I mean, especially if we have demonstrated that we are not ready to have a car through our actions or behavior that shows that we are not responsible with the first car. Therefore, not being given another car could be an act of mercy because it means we're not ready for it. And until we're ready for another car, that's when we will be given another car. And, you know, like Tolu was saying, the creator, you know, has, you know, limitless resources. And it's not about whether the creator can or cannot give it to us, but it's about whether we are demonstrating our readiness for it. It's not about us being worthy of a gift or a car. It's about us being ready to handle the responsibility. So I don't perceive like something being taken away as something that is inherently negative. It could also be, you know, a sign of compassion, or as this text is saying, it maybe it has the purpose for that particular thing has ended for that time. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. So it would mean if this rich, extremely rich person's absolute being was an example in this world, treating these two people equally, it would be not mercy at all. It would be never compassion at all. It would mean to encourage the people to misuse the car. It means, what is the point in giving the cars to enjoy and be thankful, appreciate it, enjoy it? That's it. enjoy it and say, thank you, I'm very pleased. Okay, that is mercy. But if I hit a car, maybe really destroy it completely, if I am giving again, I am being encouraged to break the things, to destroy the things, not appreciate them, because when I am given again and again and again, it means I'm being encouraged. So there would be no point in giving again, although I am destroying them. So the only thing we expect as human beings to be as our feelings tell us on the right side, if the creator, this absolute creator, gives it to me again, it would mean he is encouraging me not to be respectful, not to appreciate his generosity, not to be thankful. That would contradict the purpose of giving human beings two options. That is good, that is bad. I know I have been given this. If I do this, it would be bad for me. If I do another option, the other option, it would be good for me. That is my feelings. That is how I am endowed with these qualities. Now, I don't know whether Talu's hand is over, but Shahrani family has not spoken. Let me ask Shahrani family. Please go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. So, I mean, with this parable, we're basically writing a book, and the parable is opening up more and more understanding as we go along. So I think that one of the things that me as a driver would appreciate more than just the car is the relationship that I have with the car owner. And one of the things that would really make me just admire and be in awe of this car owner is that he can see how he can see the quality of my driving. So in every respect, so he can see if I was really trying my best, and if I made a mistake, but I was truly sorry about it, and I wanted to be a better driver. And in fact, I even asked him for driving classes to help teach me how to be a better driver. So this is like, what that is, and then I know that he would give it to me because he is forgiving. And then not only is he's so generous, but he's so compassionate. So, and this is taking the parable even further. And in the end, this is, what it is that we're learning about our lives with our Lord. We're learning about who he is in his compassion, in his forgiveness. He wants us to use the tool of asking for forgiveness so that he can show us how forgiving he is, so that we can fall in love with him, so that we can appreciate the car as an ambassador, but know that it's all his great mercy and kindness and love. And so, if we were to take this parable as far as we could, the driver would end up developing the relationship with the car owner himself. And then in that way, if he understands the driver so well, and if he knows that this driver does not care at all about the car, nor him, nor the relationship, nor any of this, does not say thank you, does not say I'm sorry, nothing, then, of course, why would he, and also going to what the sister said, Shahir just said, that yes, it would be even unwise to give this person another car. But we're talking about a relationship that eventually develops where it's not even about the car anymore, it's about the driver and the car owner.
Yes, and I would also say that it's
I understand. Sorry?
It is, as she was saying, it's very compassionate not to do that. But I might expand the analogy a little more and say, not only did they give me the car, they designed the car for me. The designer of the car, put the materials of the car. So it's not only the owner, but they designed it. And when I need to recharge, it's not a gasoline car, it's an eco-friendly car, right? So when I have to recharge, my recharge station is provided by the same person who gave me the car. So every time I use the car, I'm relying on that person to continue using the car. And when I need repairs on the car, the same designer provider is fixing the car for me and allowing it to run moment to moment. All right. And the analogy continues much more beyond that, but maybe something else to ponder about.
As an extension, thank you. Thank you, Shahran family. As a family responding back, it's beautiful, mashallah. So as an extension, for example, if a professor in a college gives pass to everyone who learns, who comes to class, and does their assignments, and who doesn't. Everybody gets A+ grade. What happens? The students are inclined to not to come because at the end they are going to get A+ anyways. Although we are created with the need of learning, but the professor who is giving A+ to everyone contradicts this need, human need, contradicts this human need that I need to learn. But professor would be encouraging me not to learn, be lazy, because I have the option to be lazy as well as to learn. So the professor is expected to encourage me to learn rather than to be lazy. So this professor is not a generous professor, but he is a very unjust and bad professor to me. If he gives pass or A+ to a person who never comes to class and never takes notes of it, or a little bit. So justice necessitates that whoever studies must be rewarded. Whoever doesn't study according to their level should not be rewarded. Where the human beings are not rewarded at all is called hell. Where the human beings are rewarded is called paradise. But the reward is, as Talu said earlier, reward will be according to the capacity of the creator who is absolute. We will study this next Monday. This just 2 days later, on Monday, inshallah, we will study this point. It's a very interesting point, the difference between punishment and reward. So the professor will reward the students who are studying and really should not reward, not give pass to those people who are not studying. Accordingly, human beings would be encouraged to learn rather than to be lazy, because I am given the option to be lazy or to be a responsible person. So let me read what is read, and then of course I will leave the mic to Taya. It can also encourage us to develop skills and use our qualities to be a better car owner, while we have faith and hope that another car will be given when we are ready. So Joanne also said, good explanation, Shahran family. The car is a means of building our relationship with the car owner. Keep our eyes on the prize. These are perfect, really comments, and I'm very happy to see and read them and hear your voice. Thank you, Taya. Go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody because it helped clear some things up. Because I was thinking along the lines of our brother, I forgot his name, who made the original comment. But then I started to think, and when the Sharani family came in to speak, it was very clear. It's like the way that it was originally presented was presented as if Allah is this person who is punishing us because we did something wrong, and it's not that. Hold on, I wrote a note. It's not that. It's not like it's his, like what Sharani family reminded me of is Allah's mercy in all of this, right? Right? He's not punishing us for the sin or for us messing up our life. I think what we've forgotten in that first analogy is that he has compassion throughout. So we have the like if he knows like we're genuinely trying to change something, or we're working toward, or we're learning and we're reflecting, versus somebody who's defiant and refusing to do that, is very different than somebody who's actively trying to change something. Even if you fall back, but you're like, God, forgive me, I'm still struggling, that he's still compassionate and merciful toward that. And I think that that's what that original example sort of forgot, is that he's not like, okay, you sin, I am, you're going to hell. It's not like that. And I think that that's what that first analogy sort of sounded like. And then also, as I was thinking, I said to myself, well, we are forgetting that we have this very distinct choice to do these things, right? So he's not doing anything to us. You have the ground rules here. These are the things you should do. These are the things you shouldn't do. And you are, and then you also are aware of what the consequences may be, right? So you're going, all right, if I do this thing, I could face this thing. So from the get, like, this is a possibility. So you can't at the end of it go, oh gosh, why are you punishing me now, when you knew the entire time? I think we have to take some responsibility with that. But even in that, you still have mercy from our Creator, which is amazing. You know what I mean? So you could go through life sort of feeling like, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and still come to Him and be like, oh, I completely messed up. I shouldn't have been thinking like that. Can I come to you? And He will take you back. So I think that I loved everybody's comments because it made everything so clear. That's all.
Thank you for your appreciation of the comments as well. I second you. I agree with you completely. Now, the time is getting closer, so we can just go over the 8th principle. And also, thank you, Taya. Your hands are still up. If you don't want to keep it up, please take care of it. Eighth principle, you will understand this too, that the eternal maker of this transient world has another everlasting world. It is to this that He urges and impels His servants. Now, He's just, the way the things are created also, that reminds us that He is definitely going to create another world where our account will be taken. It means we will be rewarded or deprived of the same mercy we experienced here. The 9th principle, you will understand also that so compassionate a being will bestow upon His choice servants in that world such gifts as no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard, nor has their image crossed the heart of any man. In this we believe. It means the reward will be limitless. Why? I remember the Tolly's comment. He said if he's absolute and he is not going to lose anything by giving another car, or the professor by giving A+ to every student, he's not going to lose anything. Why shouldn't he? Now, the purpose of the school is to educate me with my free will. So this generosity that Talu, my friend Talu. I love him. He's my best friend. So Talu, he said since he's absolute and the most generous one, why shouldn't he give it? Yes, this conclusion must be applied to the reward for those people who deserve it in the second creation. That's why we are being trained here, given the opportunities every moment, every day, another opportunity, another opportunity. That's why we are given all these opportunities to experience that he is absolute. So I must behave as our friends commented on this subject beautifully. I must benefit from his generosity, from his mercy, compassion, how generous he is. He gave me existence for I didn't pay anything to it. Just absolute generosity is there in my existence, presented in my existence. And this one can give me again with his infinite mercy if I deserve it. If I don't deserve it, if he gives me first, it is not just, it wouldn't be a just behavior that even human feelings reject it. And also it would be an encouragement for me to use my free will in such a way that I should be no careful. I wouldn't need to be careful, and I wouldn't need to avoid making a wrong decision. It means, is it equal to take care of a person, a baby, and look after him or her and prepare this child for the life? Is it equal to kill a baby? What do you think? For me, let alone the religious instructions, anything, just as a human being, this sense is given to me. Killing a baby should not be chosen, but the other good action should be chosen. So if my Creator treats me in such a way that I can equally choose the bad option, killing the baby, and at the end, it will be equal to rearing up a child and preparing the child for life and really giving the opportunity to have a prosperous life will be equal. So what is the point in my existence in this world? So I have to say, what is the point in my being in this universe to be trained and educated? So this would be, the creation would be meaningless. The school education would be meaningless because I am not benefiting from it at all. Why should I be here then? Why should I be given the free will? Why should I be given all these beautiful, wonderful senses, which says do good things and avoid from choosing the bad things? Why am I put in this way? That is how I should benefit from my feelings. These feelings are provided to me by my Creator in order to understand the purpose of my existence in this world. And thank you. That is what I have to share with you today. Inshallah, next Saturday, you will sign up. Any of you, please sign up for moderation, to be the moderator. And please take over this job from me. I cannot really just, I'm an old man, so I have to get closer to read it, and I cannot really put my glass on. And also, I would like to hear your comments, your moderation. Really, I was very happy when I saw you doing all this job, but this week there was nobody signed up. So thank you very much. And inshallah, we will start from next week from the 7th Truth. And last comments, please. Last comments, questions, concerns, please. Otherwise, I will stop. Okay, inshallah, let's stop here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let me see, there is a comment. Let me see one thing. Okay, Joan says something again. Taya, thank you, says, oh, applauding Taya. Of course. She deserves it. Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum an alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. بحرمة الفاتحة.